Welcome. Maria Sibylla Merian is a woman whose name often remains in the shadows of history, even though she was one of the most important naturalists and artists of the Baroque period. But how was she able to make such a name for herself as a woman in the 17th century? She was born into a family of artists, and her passion for art was encouraged by her stepfather. And this at a time when women were mostly confined to housework. Maria Sibylla Merian was born in 1647 in Frankfurt am Main into an important family of Baroque artists, known for her father's publishing house, Motifs Merian. After the early death of her father, her mother married the flower painter Jacob Marel, who taught Maria the art of oil and watercolor painting, as well as engraving and etching techniques. She surpassed him artistically at an early age and showed an interest in nature and insects. In 1665, at the age of 18, she married the painter Johann Andreas Graf, a former pupil of her stepfather, and moved to Nuremberg with him. There she had two daughters with him, Johanna Helena Herold and Dorothea Maria Graf, who also became painters. Still living in Nuremberg, she first published 3 volumes of a conventional flower book, and in 1679 she published the first 2 volumes of her life's work, The Caterpillar's Wonderful Transformation and Strange Flower Food. When she was 38 years old, the family moved to an unchristian pietistic community in Friesland, and the couple soon separated. 6 years later, 1691, she moved to Amsterdam with her daughters and ran the Merian Studios painting workshop with them. In 1699, she traveled to Suriname to study the tropical flora and fauna. She published her travel experiences in the work Metamorphosis Insectorum Surinamensium, which made important contributions to entomology. In her final years, she decided to publish a new Dutch edition of her book on caterpillars. The 3rd volume was not published until shortly after her death in 1717, when she died in Amsterdam at the age of 69. Let us now take a closer look at her painting style and her works. Her artistic style was unique. She combined scientific precision with artistic beauty. Her depictions of plants and insects were so detailed that they are still considered masterpieces of nature illustration today, and made her a pioneer of modern entomology. She was particularly fascinated by the life cycle of insects, which she documented with great accuracy. One of her most famous works is the Metamorphosis of the Silkworm Moth. This detailed illustration shows the fascinating life cycle of a silkworm moth and is an example of her ability to depict the transformation of insects with scientific accuracy and aesthetic beauty. Another remarkable work is Daffodils, Forget-Me-Nots, and Butterflies. The colors and details capture the fragility and at the same time the liveliness of nature. Finally, there is Chinese Vase with Flowers. This work shows her interest in botany combined with her artistic finesse. With her life's work, she revolutionized entomology and left the world a wealth of works of art. She was highly regarded during her lifetime and in the 18th century, with her books being reprinted several times, but later losing their artistic value. Her influence on flower painting in Nuremberg was also significant, but was criticized in the 19th century due to poor reprints. It was not until the 1940s that a comprehensive rediscovery took place, which led to intensive biographical research. We hope you enjoyed this insight into the life and work of Maria Sibylla Merian. If so, subscribe to our channel for more exciting art stories.